talk to me, baby. I've been waiting for a lifetime. Just keep on fading in all these photos, caught in the memories and captured in the highlights. Just keep on wasting.
Hey, how's it going? I thought that I'd make a little video to talk about how to make money while traveling. Now, obviously, for a lot of young people that love to travel extensively, money is a big concern. And now, if you want to move into the 6-month, 8-month mark of traveling, maybe you can save enough money to do that. Unfortunately for me, that's not a possibility. So what I have to do is I have to actually work and make money while I'm traveling. So I thought I'd make a video to talk a little bit about ways that I and some people that I know have done this. So without further ado, I'm going to go through those ways right now. One of the ways that I started to make money while traveling is by using my camera. Now you might think that I had a fancy camera. I have a little bit of a better camera now. I have a microphone, lights, a little bit of a setup, but at the time all I had was a GoPro and an iPad, and I was traveling the world utilizing a skill. So one of the first tips that I want to give you guys is think about what your skills are, what your capabilities are, maybe what you do for your job back home, and see if you can transfer those skills forward into your travel life. So one of the first things that I did to make money while traveling was actually playing music. I've always loved to play guitar, I've always loved to play drums. Quite a few hostels in Mexico hired me to play music. There's also the option of playing music on the street. I did quite a bit of that in my time as well, playing the plastic buckets down in Los Angeles, San Francisco. I did it up in Portland, right here in Vancouver, British Columbia as well. It's something I actually did in Mexico too. So being a street musician, depending on the country you're in, can be a safe and wonderful option. You might be thinking, what if I'm not a musician or a filmmaker? Do you know how to speak English? Because I would say that that is one of the most valuable skills of traveling the world. First of all, in the extent to communicate with people. But we're talking about making money here. Now, how can speaking English make you money? When I was down in Colombia, I got the idea from a couple friends to teach English. That day that I was thinking about how much I wanted to do it, I went to a park, I was sitting there, and this man was playing with his son. I started to communicate with him and his son in Spanish. He knew that I was a foreigner by my lack of Spanish experience. And he said, "Oh, are you from the United States?" I'm like, "No, I'm from Canada." He's like, "Oh, okay, well then you speak English." He said, "Well, I'm an English teacher. I'm teaching these engineers at the British American Tobacco Association. Would you like to come with me and teach them?" And I said, "Yeah, I would love to." So I jumped on the back of his motorcycle with him, and we ripped through the mountains of Colombia to the tobacco factory. And I actually went there and I was teaching engineers English. I continued to do that. I got my certification to teach English, and that became one of my main sources of income. It's quite easy to get a TEFL certification, and it's a very good source of income in many different parts of the world. Before I had any real experience making videos, and it wasn't really a passion of mine to the extent that I had a big camera, I had one of these GoPros, and I really wanted to make videos and document my travels, probably like a lot of you, so that's why I purchased a camera like this, and it was perfect. I loved it so much. Little did I know how much it would change my life. What essentially happened is I went to Mexico as a musician, and I was traveling, playing the drums, playing guitar, and that proved not to be a very good source of income. What I did have is an iPad and a GoPro, and I was making these YouTube videos, and someone saw one of my videos and they thought, "Hey, I'll pay you a bit of money to make me a video." And this was my first kind of opportunity doing any kind of real work with a camera. What essentially that led to was an idea, and that idea was, what if I went into hostels with my GoPro and my iPad, and I just shook hands with the owner and said, "Hi, I'm from Canada, my name's Joshua. I was wondering if I made you a couple commercials, would you let me stay here for a week?" And that ended up working out very well for me. So what ended up happening is I traveled all over the world essentially doing that, just with a GoPro and an iPad. I went all through South America for about 13 months, both teaching English, playing music, and making videos with the GoPro. I decided I would start a business. I came back to Canada and me and some friends formed a company called Nomadic Media Collective. And now this is what I do for a living. And I own much better gear than a GoPro, but it's still one of my favorite cameras to use. That being said, if you're not a videographer, maybe your English isn't so good and you don't know how to make money while traveling, my biggest suggestion to you would be to work somewhere in the hospitality industry. There's so many opportunities to bartend, to clean. If you're handy with tools, you can do maintenance. There's a lot of opportunities out there. And at the very least, you might not actually get paid financial, monetary means, but you will get the opportunity to stay somewhere for free, get a free meal, and hopefully it manifests into something for your life. Thanks again for watching. If you could toss a like, I'd really appreciate it. If you think I missed anything, if you have any other tips or anything to contribute to this idea, please put it in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.